Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Life! Yeah.
Made papers stand out in the crowd. Christmas ribbons wearing proud. A dreaming picture. Can't be at the desk. It takes my will and language. Baby, I'm a singer. All I hold dear in this world, beyond the call of modern toil. You'll know it when you feel it. I did. Slow and soft, it's all I've ever had. Baby, I'm a singer. Cut my teeth in school dance halls on polished floors. Baby, I'm a winner. You might have university education, but I know my body. Slow and soft, never been anything else. Baby, I'm a singer. Just your local t-shirt salesman. Buy a bundle and you'll save some coin. Baby, I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Kia ora koutou katoa, kei te whakaronga mai koe ki te Radioactive FM and today's active live session made with support from New Zealand On Air. Ko Amiria tuku ingoa and we are joined live in studio by Greta O'Leary. How's it going?
Morena. Very good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome back to Te Whanganui Atara.
Thank you. It's very good to be here.
Yeah, yep. Recently located, but my question for you is, you're back in the city. What is your what is your must-have food stop for this weekend while you're here?
Must-have food. Honestly, my favourite Indian takeaways is in Wellington, and I have been not happy.
Missing it?
Yeah, not finding a replacement, which is Taste of India on Cambridge Terrace.
True. Yeah. Good spot.
It's just in another league. Yeah.
It's really hard when you've found good Indian takeaway as well.
Bad Indian takeaways is not okay for me. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Auckland's got to step up their game. Well, congratulations on your single release yesterday.
Thank you, Media.
How does it feel to have your another baby out in the world?
Oh, it feels very good. My nervous system disagrees, but like my brain and my heart are very happy to be becoming public again and sharing what I've been working on for some time with the world. It's a huge relief, really. Yeah.
Awesome. And the single is called Baptized at the Desktop Computer. Tell me more.
It's a song about getting baptized while playing The Sims at home, and it just I wrote it when I had the flu, and I was like isolating in my room, in the post-COVID times where we're more careful. So I was staying away from my flatmates.
Playing a lot of video games.
And no, not playing any video games. I don't like video games, but I was a huge Sims fan growing up. Yeah, so I came out with that song, and it's been a very fun one. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Is that quite a different creative process to most of your other music so far?
I think being in an altered state of some kind can be very helpful. I guess being outside of my rational and cerebral brain is what I'm looking for. I don't chase intoxication like for that purpose, but it turns out the flu is it helps.
A nice backup. for
Potentially.
That is fun. And working as Greta O'Leary, more of a solo project. How do you tend to like spitball ideas around and create new tracks? Do you sort of just do it all in the magic of your mind palace, or do you have behind the scene collaborators?
Well, so far writing is pretty solitary, and it takes me some time to know what wants to come out. Like I can't really tell if something's good for a while, so they kind of need to sit there for a minute, and but then it's involving others once I'm like this is going to be shared, and then lately I've been bringing the songs to Joel, and we do some stuff.
We do some things.
Yeah.
Would you say that then you've got maybe more of a elongated creation process in comparison to some other creators at this time? Like, do you sort of tend to sit on things and they brew over time periods?
I don't really know how other people function. But
Me either.
But I've heard it could be quicker. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty slow. But once we get in the studio, I feel like things happen pretty quickly.
Yeah, I would say it's the quickest record I've ever made was with you.
Oh, my gosh.
To be honest. There was a lot of prep that you'd done beforehand that I think counts for so much. Like, the guitar and the lyrics and everything was so solid. And so when you come in as an artist to record an album, it was like 1 week, to track the record. Yeah, and
Those
then
bones, yep.
Yeah, and then another week to put all the cool stuff on it, and we were done. you know, apart from mixing and stuff. But yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What a twist. You also today had an amazing music video come out.
Yes.
Yeah, where'd the idea behind that one come from?
For Baptized, I was really struggling with the visual world for it, and we actually started shooting 2 separate videos, and I knew that they weren't right, and it's because so far I do a lot of the editing, like a lot of that myself, and so then I just threw those in the bin, and then I found this dress, and then went to the flea market, Central Flea.
Right. I was going to
And,
ask whereabouts it is.
Yeah, which is in Mount Eden,
Mm-hmm.
at this antique store, Junk and Disorderly. And then it was just perfect. There was just some great religious paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did a very, very quick shoot only days later. And
Very
yeah,
cool.
I just, I don't always have the words for what it needs to be, but I can so far I can kind of do it in the moment as long as there's the camera there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely with things that are visually oriented, it's hard. Are you also quite like an eclectic person? I mean, if I'm looking at that space for me, I'm like, that's how I feel my house would look like to a stranger, just things, knickknacks and doodads.
I would not like to live there.
A little more organized, a little bit less disorderly. Yeah.
A bit fewer crucifixes.
That as well. And you've got quite like a distinctive look coming through in these last 2 videos. You were just saying you found that dress, but was there sort of more of a vision behind that, or is it just sort of things you like that you're putting on? And
For like the costume for that video. I just want, I guess, like an olden days creep might be how I could describe what I was going for. And the dress, a little bit pink, but it fit the bill, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And you also have recently released a video for Baby I'm a Singer, which you were just playing. And that's so cool because it's such a distinctive place. I mean, so many people know the Auckland Domain, but you nailed just like a beautifully not beautiful Auckland day. Just a classic day. It's crazy. Was that like deliberate, or was it sort of more like, oh damn, it's not a gorgeous, stunning sunny day?
No, we were praying for grey. Because I had done some test shots the week before, and it was that peak winter, heavy grey world, and I loved it so much, and I was worried.
Yeah.
We don't want any sunshine, but
Beautiful.
it's sort of in between. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you're quite involved when it comes to making music videos. What is it about that you enjoy as an element to creating your music?
I am very visual, and I'm much better at obsessing in the visual department, whereas I get very easily overloaded orally. And yeah, I have these worlds in my head and these feelings associated with these songs, and translating that into video it's just so much fun. Yeah, and I feel really clear, like I'm the person to do it because I have it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, would you like to play another song?
Yeah,
for
sure.
us?
We can play the new single. Yep, in a duo form. Duration.
There's voices coming out.
plastic bottle of holy water. Come forth now, it's time. Tap your head shut, you're being baptized at the desktop computer by your dead. Said I had demons, was in possession, blamed himself for letting the devil in. Full of regret, we never went to church, only on Christmas when Santa took the pulpit, flinging candy. Daddy miss me, I ain't a good catch, but I try. Tip your head shut, you're being baptized at the desktop computer by your dad. Tip your head shut, don't resist the light. You're being baptized in your living room, it's 1999. Playing families, online, building all my future lives. Riches and house fires, gonna make it my sister and I. In the living room, did he save us? Wash away our crimes. And his child had the darkness of the devil in her eyes. Tip your head shut, you're being baptized at the desktop computer by your dad. Tip your head shut, don't resist the light. You're being baptized in your living room, it's 1999. Can a child be the devil in disguise? A paper bag, my sister and I flinging candy. Daddy miss me. Tip your head, child. Oh, you're being baptized.
No Mai Hoki Mai Ki Te Active Live with Greta O'Leary. It is such a fun song.
Fun to play.
And you had a single release show last night
Yes, we did at Meow.
at Meow. Another one coming up this weekend.
Correct, we're playing in Auckland on Sunday at the Tuning Fork.
Nice Sunday
Yeah.
gig.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yep.
very good. Now, I was wanting to ask you about how a lot of your music a lot of people have described it as quite vulnerable, folk adjacent as well, I think is what you've said yourself. How do you find creating quite personal music like this and sharing these stories in such a stripped back, vulnerable space?
In a stripped back, vulnerable space.
I just mean, there's just the two of you in here right now. We're hearing everything.
in this
We're
very
seeing
moment.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know how blurry your window is, but I'm shaky.
It's pretty natural,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah, it's part of it, and when there's the full band, it's easier in some ways. It's just different, yeah. But I'm always happy to just like strip it right back to
Yeah,
where it
here
came
I
from.
am.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so is that sort of what you said it comes naturally? Is that what inherently comes first when you're sort of thinking about creating something? You are reflecting on something internally, or does it just sort of come out along the way?
I guess I do. I try to not write like with my brain. Like I was saying before, I'm pretty anti-brain. So occasionally I'll be regimented with sessions, but it's better if I'm just living my life and I'm just like constantly just having melody and words fall through, and I just try to grab them and see what sticks and what wants to expand. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Is there kind of like a takeaway that you hope people will be getting during the spring tour? If people come and see you live with the full band?
Honestly, I would love if some people could describe my music for me.
Oh, true.
That's not really what you asked, but I have an enormously hard time understanding what words to use.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can come and you can send me a little DM.
Yeah,
Some descriptive words.
Spotify
Great.
playlist style selection
Yeah.
of 3 arbitrary adjectives.
Yep.
Greta O'Leary. Awesome. And so, music video out, single out, gig played. What's next?
There's more songs, and they will come soon.
Something about an album that was recorded in 2 weeks. Bit of a spoiler.
Something about that. Something about that. Yeah, more soon. More soon. Releasing singles is a lot. It's a lot of. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot more goes on behind the scenes than we care to realise, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully some sleep in there as well.
Sleep next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So my last question for you this afternoon is what we discussed very briefly before we started recording, and that's the Ask It Forward segment we do here for the Active Lives. So I'm looking for a question or something that you haven't been asked before or think people should ask you in an interview, but you don't have to answer it. That's the beauty.
That's a perfect question. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to think of anything?
I just have an idea. Because we're talking about vulnerability in the brain and such, and I guess I would appreciate, or I would expect, that I might be asked this question in this kind of context, which is like, why do you share what you make with the world?
Ooh.
So making it's one thing, and that isn't very elusive to me, why someone might create, but the reason for sharing, I would be interested.
That's a really good question,
Cool.
And it feels like a really tough one for me as someone who doesn't share to then be like, what are you doing out here, just sharing things with the world?
Who
That's
creates
great.
but doesn't share.
Last week we had Louis Baker in for an Active Live, and their question is, what movie do you wish you did the score and or collected the music to? I feel like you might have a good answer for that as well.
Collected what do you mean by collected? Like got the money for it?
Or the like the soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lord of the
Either
Rings.
wrote the score, you
First
wish-
Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Yeah, I can play it. I've actually been playing this to my yet to be born baby daughter.
Beautiful. What a
yeah.
lullaby.
It's so cool, eh? But yeah, I'm serious about that. I wish I wrote that little theme. It's
It
beautiful.
is beautiful.
Joel is a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
Nice.
There we go.
Is that our answer?
That's
the
your
Lord of the
answer.
Rings
Yep.
score.
Oh, but what would your answer be, Greta?
There's nothing. I've never really been able to answer questions that are like if you could do.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
incredibly
tough.
hard. So we'll stick with Lord of the Rings.
It would be pretty cool
Beautiful
to
music.
say, yeah, I wrote the score to Lord of the Rings. Awesome. Well, let's keep those achievements reachable.
Yeah, totally.
Alrighty, you've got one last song for us this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
I've been watching the crowds. Don't want to be here anymore. Been staring at the mountains. Will you let me in? Take my body. Let me in. My windows are my friend, filled with light, wisdom. They color me in, waiting for the starting gun. Head for the hills. Let me in. Let's get real, get going. This is where we began. Can't survive on glazed eyes, low wire, waiting to be let in. Take the heat. Hills beneath the beat. Been staring at the mountains. Will you let me in? Take my body. Let me in. I've been watching the crowds.
That was Greta O'Leary joining us for this week's active live session made with support from New Zealand On Air. I've been Amidia Kakite.
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.